Mm. jugs and 10 mini shields in the play area for the Pac-Man to try and find before they are killed. That's pretty much all there is to it. I hope you enjoy.
Go. 3, 2, ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Give us something. I'm not ready.
Oh. Wacka, 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 wacka. Oh, I'm coming. They're collecting the med kits already?
Okay, I got too many hits here. Oh my god! I got too many.
Yeah, guys, I think you'll be able to hear me as well.
Ah, mate, you can't escape me. Do-do, do-do, do-do.
Yeah. Feels weird just talking on my own. How can I talk to you guys as well? I'll load on PS4. Oh shit, it's starting.
Manchester. Hello and welcome to the world for the biggest moment in YouTube history that is happening here tonight. By the end of this evening, 2 of the biggest YouTubers in the world, one will find out who is the best, which sounds very dramatic, but it is pretty much dramatic, let's be honest. It's been a bit of a weird, rocky path up until this point. A lot of beef, a lot of drama, as we've come to expect from YouTube. And it's all culminated into this. 15,000 people in the Manchester Arena and millions of you watching at home. We've got 7 undercard fights coming up for you. We've got the clash of the brothers, Deji and Jake, as well as the main event, of course, which is KSI versus Logan Paul. So before we kick off all into that, I've got a man who knows what he's actually talking about. Spencer, is that you've actually been organised in making this event happen, and of course you are also a boxer.
Yeah, I am. Former European super bantamweight champion many moons ago now. So yeah, I know inside the ropes, I know outside the ropes. Been helping put this event together.
Hi guys. It's alright. Oh yeah, I'm not near my mic right now.
Logan Paul, Deji and Jake, as well as the undercard, have really put in a lot of hard work for this. And they're looking for recognition from the boxing world. They've brought in all the big names from boxing, and I think they're going to get that as well. I think they're going to put on a big performance tonight.
I mean, okay, so one of the things obviously that everyone will know following this kind of story, it all kind of started off as a bit of a joke, and it kind of escalated into other fights and stuff like that. And some of the drama in the lead up to this particular event, obviously, you know, Deji turning up and getting a little bit of a slap from Jake there earlier on this week. There's been a lot of drama.
Yeah.
Is this quite common in normal boxing or not really?
Yeah, I think there's always a lot of tension in boxing, especially when the stakes are so high. You've got to remember these are, you know, some of the biggest YouTubers in the world. So there is a lot of eyes on them. There's, you know, tens of millions of people. Tens of millions of people, and it's something that's totally out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
They're not boxers, you know, they've only been doing it a few months, so yeah, it's a huge amount of pressure. 18,000 sellout fans here, and yeah, it's a difficult job. It's a big ask, so of course the tensions are going to run high, and we did see that earlier on in the week with Jake and Deji.
No, but I mean, I suppose it's a different thing though, perhaps like in your time where, you know, okay, you might hear booing actually at, you know, a boxing match, whereas with these guys, like if they don't win, you know, millions of people will give them stick about it, basically, and that's a hard thing to reckon with and reconcile.
Yeah, because listen, two boxers should get ultimate respect from the fans, from their opponents when they step through them ropes, because it's a difficult thing to do. But I know what's at stake for these guys, because there is, you know, a lot of social media surrounding these guys. They're going to be getting a lot of stick, you know, on social.
Jackson, what the hell are you doing?
It's a speaker. You have some sick audio when this is on.
Halfway through the fight. It's kind of like a million views. Right now. No, Jackson, that's worse.
He has 27 kills.
Oh.
You put his Fortnite gameplay. Nah, Jackson, that's worse. Disconnect the speaker.
Wait, oh, because it's speak. Wait, why is it? What's it doing?
Oh, Jackson, you messed it up.
I didn't touch it. Echo.
And drama and gossip. My goodness, the gossip sites about basketball. A little bit of a...
Yeah, Julia, it's all about the mind games. It's all about, you know, some fighters can get defeated before they get in the ring. I think that's what Deji was trying to do, going into Jake Paul's gym. He was trying to play the mind games, trying to get inside his head. You know, they had a big tussle and he left. Did it work? I'm not sure it did, if I'm honest, because it never quite worked out. But fighters do that. They try and get the fight won before they step through the ropes.
So is it that mental, though? Is it that mental? Because, I mean, absolutely. I think, you know, from the surface, people are going to watch a boxing match and think like, oh, well, just go in there, hit the guy hard and win. And obviously there's so much more to it than that.
No, listen, there's a lot of tactics, a lot of, you know, a lot of tactics involved. There's a fight plan. They go in there. If fight plan A doesn't work, they've got to have a plan B. You know, it's all about the mind games. You know, I don't know if you've heard the expression before when they say it's 80% mental, 20% physical.
Really?
Well, that's exactly it. Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen.
I'll go to the gym then. I'll be like, I'm just going to play mind games.
So let's tell you what's going on here with these guys. They've got 6 3-minute rounds. So KSI's boxed once before. Logan's never boxed before. You know, he's got some combat sport back history, but he's never boxed before. Yeah. They're doing 6 threes. That is so difficult.
That's long, right?
That is so long.
Celebrity stuff, right?
That is so long. So once all the physical stuff's been done, it's all about the mental strength. Yeah. Second half of the fight, they're going to have to push on. They're going to be doubting themselves. They're going to be asking themselves why they're here, why they're doing it. So it's all about the guy that can bite on his gum shield, and that's all the mind games and the mental strength.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, I'm super hyped about this. I have no idea how this seems to go. We actually have a little trailer for you, which is Deji versus Jake, which has actually turned into more drama than KSI versus Logan. So let's find out what's happened.
You want to box me now? You brought yourself into this. I'm sitting here and I'm challenging you, cuz.
You're challenging me?
I fight you. Yeah. You train however long you want, and Logan fights KSI.
It all happened in LA when this bitch refused to fight my brother, so I had to step in. I had to step in and fight you myself, because you're a bitch.
This ain't no game, dog. When you knocked out on the canvas, and your family's watching you. Yeah. Welcome to relevancy, bitch.
All right, enough's enough, lads. I'm done.
The night before, you're going to be awake. You're going to be shaking.
That's what you think, man.
You're going to be getting into the ring, pissing yourself.
I'm so excited for this fight. August 25th is going to be the best.
I'm going to run this
So So yeah, an awful lot has happened.
No, I can see
how much do you think it's going to throw the brothers for like the, you know, KSI and Logan Paul if one of their brothers loses beforehand? Do you think it's going to really mess them up?
I think there's a lot of pressure on their shoulders. Yeah, I think that the first fight's going to count for a lot. I think that Deji's going in there. He believes he's going to win. I've been speaking to him in a build-up, not just this week, but you know, for the last couple of months now. And Jake Paul's really up for it as well. So listen, every one of those guys believes they're going to win. And will it affect KSI or Logan if the brother loses? You know, that's a difficult one. I'm not sure. I think that they might just have their own minds on their own game, but obviously the brothers want to win, and they want their brothers to win. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect them. That could play a part.
Because I mean, you were talking before a little bit about having, you know, plan A and plan B and plan C. So I guess, like, in their head, they must have run all the different eventualities just in case. Is that why when someone does something really weird in the ring or something a bit unusual, it kind of really throws people? Because you sort of like, it's when you haven't run that particular contingency plan in your head.
Well, that's what it's about. It's about playing with your opponent's mind. So say me and you are fighting, I'm coming forward.
Mentally,
I'm coming forward.
Right.
I'm pushing forward, and I'm working you, working you. And things are not quite working for me doing that. You're catching me a lot, and I decide to go on the back foot. That can play with your opponent's mind.
Yeah.
And I think that's what these guys will have, all those strategies. They would have been through all that with their trainers. You know, if Logan Paul comes out fast and he goes on the front foot, but KSI is picking him off on the outside.
Yeah.
You know, they might tell him to go take a step back himself. I mean, there's a lot of tactics involved in the sport of boxing. How much these guys have done, I'm not sure. You know, they've only been training for a few months, and I'm not sure. I've seen the improvement of these guys, you know, in the last few months. Has been phenomenal. I'm really expecting a good fight here. I think that both fights going in are quite even. Who's going to win? I'm not sure.
You haven't put a cheeky bet on?
I haven't put a cheeky bet on you.
No, I haven't. Okay, right, we have got another trailer for you for the main act, which is KSI versus Logan Paul. Let's find out what's been happening.
Sorry, those two.
Obviously, man's got this belt right now. You can come get it.
Yo, you want to be fighting me right now? Came here to close the deal? Okay. Let's close the deal, all right? Logan Paul versus KSI, August 25th.
Who's ready for the biggest internet event in history?
Can't wait to punch you right in your stupid smug face.
I don't think you realize what you've walked into.
Go ahead. And it's good enough. I knew them to be worried. You're gonna be in the fight. I knew them to be like, oh shit, this is real. This is the fight.
I mean, if you weren't already super hype, you're absolutely mega hype right now. So next up is our first undercard, which is Drizzy Jeremy versus Halal Ham. Now, these guys only joined the ticket very, very late. They've only had like a month to train. I mean, are we actually going to see a good fight? Can you learn anything in a month?
I think the undercard's really good, actually. I mean, at what technical ability they're at, I'm not sure. You know, as you rightly said, some of them have only been training a few weeks. I know they've all taken this seriously now. Well, they're all staying in my hotel, so I've had a chance to speak to them individually. They're